Hi everybody. Today I've planted some peppers, and I had pepper envy last year because I went to one of the seed trials, to Mr. Fothergill's actually, and they had some wonderful peppers grown in grow bags, um, with pots over the top. So you're growing in the pots and into the grow bags. And I used to do this years ago, but various reasons went on to other things. Perhaps fancier methods, with reservoirs of water and planting the peppers over the top, which were absolutely great. But these ones last year looked so good, I thought I'm going to give it another go. So I've got myself some grow bags. See, I've already planted one up behind me. Yeah. So these aren't the ordinary grow bags, these are slightly bigger. Do find that the ordinary sort of standard grow bags are a little bit small, don't get a great volume of compost, they dry out very quickly. Well, this one's called a planter, a deep planter, and this one's a Leamington one, but there's lots of other companies that do them. Peat free, organic, and I'm going to use that as the basis. And then I've got some bottomless pots, which I've used many, many times. They're called tub pots or florist buckets sometimes, and I've literally just cut the bottom out. But I'm not using them for this. I might actually plant them into the border soil as a polytunnel and plant tomatoes in them because it just helps to get water around the stems of the tomatoes. But this year I'm going to use them for putting on these grow bags. First thing to do is to fluff it up, because what you can see it's stiff as a board and really compacted when you first get these. So you've got to be a bit rough with them and give them a good old knocking about. Roll them. You can feel the lumps of compost inside when you're doing that. Good way of getting rid of your aggression. It's really good. And make it fairly level again, and you're ready to go. So what I do, get a craft knife, Stanley knife, whatever you want to call it, get your bottom of the pot, and we're going to put 3 on here, spaced evenly along. If they were bigger plants, perhaps a little cucumbers, might only do 2. But this is a bigger, deeper bag, so I think you can afford to get away with 3, especially when you see my peppers, which are a little bit small this year. A bit embarrassed to show them to you, but at least you can gloat and say, I've got better peppers than you. But anyway, what I'm going to do is just use the bottom of the pot as a template and carefully make sure it's nice and central. Carefully cut round. That's it. Circle bust it out. Then what we'll do is just get the pot and sort of do it onto the top of the compost in the bag. Now's your chance as well to break up a few more lumps. I normally say water the bags once you've done this, but actually the compost in this bag is already very wet, and in the other one that I did. So it has been outside for a while, waiting for me to get down to doing this job. So it doesn't really need watering, but fluffing the compost up again because it's still quite lumpy in there. And I'll do that with all 3 of them. The other one. that's it. So once I've done that, that's your preparation really. What I'm going to do is introduce the plants. We've got one which is called pepper dew. You can see this one's actually starting to, starting to go a little bit yellow, and it is dropping leaves. So these should really have been starving a little bit, starving out in the pot. Well, it's not particularly pot bound. I'm using peat-free compost, of course, these days. It does need a bit more feeding, and I'm afraid I've neglected the feeding a little bit. So this will give it a boost, hopefully. So we'll tip it out the pot. You see, it's not particularly pot bound, but compost does tend to run out of steam a little bit, I find. So what I'm going to do, it's a little bit low still in the pot, so I'm going to stick some more peat-free compost in the top there. Again, get rid of the lumps. And we're going to check it for size, it's about right. And then we'll just tap up round the sides. Too much, it's going to look a little bit broad. Just gently make sure it's secure on the top of the bag. There we go. I've got another one here. This is Tolly Sweet Italian. It's already got a little pepper on it, bless it. You can decide for yourself. Some people like to take the first pepper off because they think it drains energy from the plant, and I suppose there is an argument for that. They think it's spoiling the plant. But I just can't get to do it. So I tend to leave them on and hope that we can feed him up if it's growing. It's going to look a little bit small in here, but to be honest, the season's getting on, and you wouldn't believe that these were actually sown in February, or this particular one was sown in February. This hasn't moved this year, unfortunately. Should be a lot bigger than this, obviously, but it comes a time and you can't wait any longer, I think, and we're just going to go for broke. I'm going to pot him up. All we'll have to do is make sure he doesn't get overwatered. Obviously there's not a lot of goodness in there. Normally you wouldn't pot them from one pot into another one, which is so much bigger. But the season's getting on, and we've just got to get on with it sometimes. There we go. So that one is pepper dew. That one is Tolly Sweet Italian. Shows in nice and firmly. What else have we got? We've got one here called New Next Big Jim, which is a bit of a contradiction at the moment, but it refers to the peppers. So the peppers, they're sort of, again, I could pick this one off, stop it draining energy from the plant, but I'm not going to. And the thing about New Next, it's named for the size of the peppers. So it's a hawthorn type. These are all hawthorn types, apart from pepper, which is a round sucking pepper. A hawthorn type, if you get up to 12 inches long, it will get knocked, although we'll see what happens with this poor little plant. But again, in the box. And we'll fill in. So once I've done that, just give them a good water, and that's it. And what will happen is that the roots will go down, fill the pot, hopefully, and go down into the bag. That gives you a bigger reservoir of water and nutrients,